set on YouTube and Facebook. And let me know if you guys are ready. And then I will quickly greet everybody and we will get the show on the road.
Yeah, we can start.
Cool. Yes. Fantastic stuff. So you guys are awfully early. Thank you for being here on time, you guys. Really appreciate that. Yes, Eric, we see you. Joyce, how are you? Okay. So, Angel, did you just come back from work?
Yes,
Or-
I just got home.
You just got home. Ooh,
Yeah.
what a day, huh?
What a day, yeah.
Yes, did you get
I
yourself
know,
something
right?
to eat?
I got water.
Okay, is that a new
Yeah.
thing?
That's good enough. That's good enough.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, it must be some very nutritious water.
Yeah, they're gonna last 8 hours in my stomach. Yeah, that's all I can have now. It's
So
too
you're
late.
doing the 16-8.
Yeah,
You're doing
for
the
quite some
16-8.
time.
So
For quite some time.
So right now it's the 8, right?
It's the 8. Yes.
You
Eh,
need to
no,
fast.
it's the 6. It's the 16.
Oh, sorry.
16,
Yes,
no?
yes. Yes, I'm sorry because my 16-8 is very different from other people.
I know.
Yeah, 16 hours of chowing and 8 hours of resting.
Yours is totally different from mine. Okay.
Yes. My you do you, I do me.
Yeah. That's separate. I'm not your RP brothers group.
I gotta keep the spirit alive,
Yeah.
putting food in your mouth. That's that. All right, you guys. Ho, yes, I hope. Yes, Hamao. I see you guys. And Nate. I think I did say hello to Nate earlier on. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. So P, are we good?
Yep.
For both YouTube and Facebook?
Yep.
Oh, do we have anybody joining us on Facebook and YouTube yet? Hello, Xiaoyang.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Fantastic stuff. So let me quickly say hello to our 15 Minutes fam on Facebook and YouTube. Good to have you guys tonight. So for those of you who don't know, this stream is actually being simulcasted to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So, our 15 Minutes family can sort of in this space and time we are together. Okay, we are in this room together. Except, on the one side, Petty will man Facebook and YouTube, so he will read and answer everybody's questions there, and then on the Clubhouse front, this is more like real life and interactive. So you guys can make use of the chat feature. If you swipe right, you get the chat, and I think everybody's using the chat. Fantastic stuff. So if you can't speak, if it's not convenient for you to speak, you guys are welcome to come and just, leave a message here. Let us know that you are around and you have some questions or you have something to say. And Petty and Angel and I will announce it for you. Like how they do it at the radio stations. This is not a radio station, by the way. Yes. Iting, Doris, and Fiona, Feifei, good to see you guys. Yeah. And to start off, let me quickly welcome you guys. Welcome to another session of 15 Minutes Live Podcast. 大家欢迎到我们的 15 Minutes 通勤学英语的直播室。其实我们这个直播室呢，在 Clubhouse 里面其实是一个社群啦，所以大家如果还没有参加我们的社群的时候，可以参加我们的社群，这样子我们每周开台的时候呢，大家都会收到 notification。OK。And what is 15 minutes？大家如果对我们不熟悉啊，其实很多通勤家族已经对我们很熟悉了。可是这边再自我介绍一下哈。我是通勤学英语的 John 老师，然后在我旁边呢，在我右边呢，大家在荧幕上可以看到的是我们的通勤学英语的扛把子，科技扛把子，还有我们的这个应该是精酿酒的扛把子 Petty。
Hello everybody.
Hello everybody, great. 比之前的那个 Hi I'm Paddy 好很多，感觉跟大家弄熟了，你知道吗？因为之前都是 Hi I'm Paddy 就不太熟，对不对？好像还在初来乍到这样子。现在 Paddy 就是 Yeah everybody nice yes。那 Paddy 就是这个现在都很 calm 哦，然后有精酿啤酒的时候他就嗨起来了，这个他眼睛就整个亮起来了。And then to Paddy's right is Angel。Hello
you guys.
Yes， 我们的这个女主扛把子女一啊，对，
女一没有二，
没有二，没有二，绝对没有二。我们这个团不可以再找那个。对，你看 Beatles 有一个 Yoko 就解散了嘛，不需要两个 Yoko。I'm kidding。对，这个 Angel 是我们这个的扛把子主持人，因为给我们带来就是女一的角色这样子，所以当我跟 Paddy 都在使坏的时候呢，就会有那种女老师要出现，你们 quiet down you guys behave。对不对？坏小孩，我们坏小孩有时候偶尔发作啦，对，就需要女老师来管一下这样子。对，依婷说开台好像在网咖 ，I don't know how to say this. Is this like opening a room or like what do you call it？ 这个到底这个 Clubhouse 到底是叫开台还是开房还是说？你知道开房感觉就
a bit weird.
It
doesn't sound right.
Savory 对，然后我妈在问我说 "What are you doing?" 哦，妈，我在开房。Like, oh my gosh, like it doesn't sound right. So no, you guys. 所以这个应该比较像广播台这样子的想法啦，应该不是那个坐台的那个吧台的那个感觉。I don't think that's what we're trying to say, but anyways, we'll get there. Yeah, and welcome you guys and Sam, Wang, Dali, Yao Yao, great to see you guys as usual. Yes, and so after I've introduced quickly the 15 Minutes team, and now let's talk about what 15 Minutes is all about. 15 Minutes is all about helping you guys to learn English naturally. 所以呢，我们这边呢，我跟 Paddy 跟 Angel 呢，其实都是 podcast 圈的好朋友。然后呢，他们不只是我们通勤学英语的这个主持团队的一部分，也是我们的技术的扛把子，还有我们的女艺扛把子。So yes, and you guys are welcome to come and email us at ask15mins@gmail.com， 就是有任何英文学习的问题，都欢迎大家来这边帮我们可以问问题啦齁。那我们会找之后呢有节目，我们会安插一些时段，就是来这边回应大家的问题。还有呢，其实我们最近也在考虑说，大家可以用 ask15mins@gmail.com 这里呢大家可以来票选，或者是来提议一些你们想要听的主题，我们也欢迎。OK， 好的，那我们就来到今天的主题了。So we are doing often confused verbs. So it's one of the series that we like to sort of do this once a month at least. You know, just let people know that we used to do a lot of different verbs, like things where people mix it up. And this month we are doing the 3 S's. The 3 S's. 3个 S. Okay. And this is actually, it's from, I got this idea from reading a business magazine. I think it's called Business Weekly. 商周是不是叫 Business Weekly? 对，应该是叫 Business Weekly 啊。所以商周呢，他们有时候会有一些小小的这个 English column, right? 然后他们就有时候就会有这个写到这些东西，然后他们就会说，哎呀，那个就是sit down 其实没礼貌这样子啊。那我看到这个 title 我就觉得OK， 就是 you know 他们就是用标题杀人嘛，对不对？那大家点进去，为什么不能叫 sit down 啊等等的 ？And then I thought, okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about sit, set, and seat. Okay. Now, Petty, your turn. You read it 3 times. 念3遍，然后念快一点。
Sit, set, seat. Sit, set, seat. Sit, set, seat.
对啊，所以这3个字其实就是念起来，如果念快一点，其实你不容易分别的，对不对？ the first one is sit, and set, and seat. OK， 然后这3个大家要知道说，这3个其实我们今天要讨论的就是 verbs。 they are all verbs today. 所以 Angel 是不是这个常常大家会就是讲出来是讲错字，对不对？
对。
对，所以我那时候看到他们上周在讲说 sit down 是没礼貌的，然后我就想说 who cares about that? Like people get more confused about all the other verbs. Yeah. So these 3 verbs, why do people get them confused?
Why?
Yeah.
I think as we are using it as verb, that we normally use sit. That's it. We don't use the sit or the seat as verbs.
Very good. Okay. Oh, well, actually, we don't use them in our daily lives as verbs, 对不对？
Yeah.
我们其实是日常生活中不会把它们觉得是动词。可是为什么 sit 会是动词呢？因为有养宠物嘛，对不对？sit 哦，所以你看别人养宠物，对不对？你看路边啊，那个欧巴桑在拉狗的有没有 sit 哦，这个发音大家都没问题，对不对？所以 Patty 刚刚是不是3个字都是 sit？
不是、
因为我们常听的也是这个字，对，很容易就是直接 sit， 因为 sit 是我们最常听到的，对不对？所以我们就很容易就直接去联想到 sit down， 对。然后呢，如果是 millennial 的话，我们这边都是就是千禧年的千禧族群的人，大家都知道说，对不对？我们这个有一个意大利的 designer 很有名，叫 sit down please， 对不对？好，对，所以你看这种影像荼毒我们。你看以前英文就学不好，就是这样子，因为周星驰，对不对？好，不是周星驰，是那个刘德华的电影，对不对？好，龙翔电影荼毒你的英文，好，所以这个意大利的 designer sit down please， 对，所以呢，就这种种种的联想呢，其实我们大家在日常生活中接触到都是 sit or sit down and nothing else。然后呢，到了考试的时候呢，比如说 like something like GPT or TOEIC or IELTS and everything, and then you start picking up these words. There are other 2 verbs that are very similar, and people get them confused by accident. I mean, they don't deliberately do that, but it's just so confusing because we usually use sit more often. And so we have to figure out where sit and seat we can use more often.This is the only way you can overcome your confusion, overcome all making all these oral mistakes. 所以呢，要口误上呢，要能够就是不搞错什么的，就是要让自己的生活里面要充斥着 set 跟 seat。你要想说怎么用它，用久了你才不会 sit， 对不对？3个 sit， 那就 no， 是 sit, set and seat。所以这3个呢，还是有一点 distinction 的哈。那今天晚上我们就是来探讨这一个啦。好的 Peichy, how are you? Yes, Nancy, Hermione, Emily, Evan, Jean, 小贺营养师 Eric, Melody, Joyce. How are you guys doing? Let me just quickly say hi because I'm staring at another screen. 我这边我的桌机终于 set up 了，然后27寸的萤幕，我现在盯着它，然后就会忘记看大家在 iPad 上面哦。Yes, okay. So hello, Joyce, we see you. All right. Great stuff. So, in case you guys are unfamiliar with how we work usually in these live sessions, 我们这个 live session 哦，就是置顶的连结里面是我们今天晚上的 outline， 所以大家等一下再 follow 我们等一下会稍微做个分享，然后晚一点呢，我们会有一些小测验，然后再请大家呢，到时候踊跃来跟我们参加这个小测验啦，然后还有顺便也一起来练习口说啦。Okay, so let's continue here. So to sit, let's talk about sit. I actually used a very good example there. You know, you would tell your dog to sit, right? If you have a puppy. Do you have a pet, Angel?
No, I don't.
You don't? Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use the word but you tell people to sit quite often.
Oh, yeah, but yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
And in what situation is that? You tell people
like
to sit.
The seatbelt sign is on. Please be seated, please.
The seatbelt sign. Sir, the seatbelt sign is on. Please sit down.
Yes, please sit down.
But actually, you know, we'll get to the next, the last word. there's also another way to talk about sitting down. Okay.
Yeah.
So great. The seatbelt sign is on. 所以在空中的时候呢，这个the seatbelt sign is on, the no smoking sign is on. So yeah, you gotta sit down, right? Fantastic.
Exactly.
And Petty, what about you? You tell people to sit in what situation?
Recording.
Recording.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a few guest speakers and you say, hello, President Tsai, sit.
Yep.
Okay, here's the problem. 上周就是在讲这个，就是蔡总统坐，sit. Like, President Tsai would be like, oh yeah, oh, okay. You're the boss. You're the podcaster here. Okay. So, yes, in that context, you ask people to sit. Yes, because they gotta sit down and you have to start recording because you're the producer, Pity. And yes, asking them to sit down, sure, not a problem. But again, is that appropriate? Maybe not. 他适不适合在这个场合叫别人就直接做这样子？他礼不礼貌这件事我们先不讨论。不过在刚刚那样子的录音室的 situation 里面呢，的确 like you have to ask people to sit and record, enjoy, right? And Petty, we go to your house and you tell us, hey, please, sit down, relax, chill. Okay, and we talk a little bit about that. So that's to sit. All right, that's sitting down, sit. The idea of putting your butt on a chair. Okay, so sit. And the next word, set. Set. S-E-T. And this is a verb. So what can we set?
The alarm clock.
You can
the alarm
set
clock.
your alarm. And I do that every day too. I need an alarm to wake me up every day. So, and Petty, what else can you set?
Set the machine.
Set the machine, exactly. So you set an alarm clock. You can set a machine to work at a particular time, or you set the machine to work fast or work slow. We can set the machine. Okay. What about setting the oven? Because Petty is a great cook, so what comes to mind? What we can set this in a kitchen, right? So in a kitchen, we can set the oven. 我们这个设定这个我们的这个壁炉啊，我们的烤箱 ，OK， 我们的 oven 就是用 set. We can set your oven, right? The temperature, the time, the way it heats. 如果是水波炉啊还是什么的，它有很多设定可以去 set， 你可以去设定所以这个动作呢，就是去 set 去调整它，对，所以跟坐下这件事情又不太一样 ，OK。All right. And then the last one, seat, to seat, and as a verb. Not talking about your seat, 不是你的座位那个座位是名词那这个地方是动词，所以是 seat. Okay, seat. So Angel, this we gotta come back to you because you will use this word more often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would ask passengers to have a seat or to be seated.
When we have a seat, we are using seat as a noun. So please have a seat. 那就是说，请你就是你去坐在一个座位上，对不对？这个座位给你一个，自己找一个座位嘛，对不对？它是一个 noun. But here, please be seated. The seat belt sign is on. Please be seated. 这个状态是什么呢？就是叫他屁股粘在椅子上啊。Be seated.
Be seated.
就是已经坐在屁股粘在椅子上了，对。可是呢，跟 sit 呢这两个呢，其实在我们我们讲中文的这个过程中呢，其实坐下就是坐下就是坐下，对不对？对，请坐跟坐下两个字就是都是那个字嘛，它没有别的。可是呢，这边的分别呢，其实大家就是 sit and seat 比较容易搞错。那 please be seated 这个 seated 呢，不是拿他的椅子，就是说这个 seated 呢，应该是比较正式的坐下的方式，这是比较礼貌的做法。也就是说，通常呢，我们会跟我们的 guest 讲说 please be seated, please have a seat, please be seated， 用座位这件事情比较礼貌，而不是去命令对方去坐下。OK， 因为在我们就说，我们就跟Patty 就会跟我们说，我们去 Patty 家嘛，然后 Patty 就会说 sit。那这个 sit 呢，当然看那个 tone 嘛，讲话的 tone 调。那 Patty 开玩笑 sit，就是很好客的那种 sit。然后如果 Patty 呢，这一天那个比较喉咙沙哑一点的 sit，you sit。那个 tone 调大家OK，Patty 今天对不对？那个制作人的那个气很够哦，就大家乖乖坐着这样子。So it's a little different when you talk to your guests. You want to refer to a more formal way of referring to not your the seats. Okay, so please be seated. 请你坐好在座位上，好，安置在这个座位上，意思是这样子。Okay, and you won't really tell your well, you might. If some passengers are disturbing.
Yes,
you will
sir,
ask them
sit down.
Yes, there we go. That's more like a command.
Yeah.
People are not behaving; they're drunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're drunk, or they're not listening to you, or they're causing some, I don't know, in-flight security risk, whatever. Yeah, then you gotta, sir, you either sit, or I'm going to be calling the police. You're not trying to be nice anymore. You're trying to control the situation. All right. So in general, that's how you distinguish between the three. Okay. So sit, set, and seat. Sit, set, and seat. Yeah. All right. Cool. Now, so let's quickly just read this over so everybody is clear. 刚刚我们讲的这些例子呢，就大家稍微有一个概念，对不对？然后这边呢，我们在我们的 outline 里面呢，我有准备再更深入一点点的，不要让大家太过于去过分解读这个字，就是其实平常怎么样使用，我们刚刚已经使用情境有讲了。那这边呢，就是做一些grammatical 的 additional， 就是做一些补充。OK， so to sit。We can describe this action undertaken by the person of a clause. OK， 这个我们就不要去深入解读它，要看后面的。The verb to sit does not express the kind of action that can be done to anything. 所以呢 ，sit 大家可以看到哦 ，example sentences here. I sit here every day. 所以呢 ，sit 后面就没有 sit to or sit something， 它没有了。She sits here. I sat here. I will sit there. 它就并没有，它并不是一个transitive verb， 那就是它不会后面有一个 to 哪里，它不会指向的。所以呢 ，I sit, you sit, and she sits, done. All right， 所以做是这样子哦，这在 grammar 上面给大家分享一下。所以后面呢，大家讲 sit 这个或 sit down 就这样了。OK。它不会 sit down to something， 它不会有这种指向性的这种解释哦，是没有的。OK，and now to set, S-E-T. Now this, remember we talked about setting the oven, setting a machine. So this is done to something. Okay, so you're setting a machine, you're setting an oven, you're setting, I don't know, what is cool these days?
Setting the goal.
Setting a goal. Yeah, there we go.
Of how much.
Okay, but
body
setting a goal
lose.
is not cool. That's not cool today. Okay. You know what, Angel? I have a funny. Just something came up. You set your, your what's it called? Your selling price. You set your selling price. Or you set the price that you sell at. I think if people, you guys, I'm sure you guys look like, our 15 minutes fam are usually working, and if you do invest in stocks， 如果你有买股票的话，很多 app 都给你 set 嘛，对不对？你可以 set 那个卖出价，对不对？ You can set your bid and you can set your selling price. Yeah, that you can set. 你就是设定一个东西，对不对？所以 set something， 可是你不能 set something， 不可以。对不对？ So there's the difference in terms of grammar. So you can set a machine, you have to set something, you have to set the settings on your phone, you have to set your microphone up, you have to set all sorts of things, but there is always something after set. So some example sentence here, I will set my book on the table last night. Okay? I will set the cutlery on the table tonight. I will set the table for us for dinner. Okay. So there we go. You can set the table as well. Okay. And I am setting my book on the table right now. I have set my book on the table every night for years. So you have to set something somewhere. Okay. So set is done onto something. Okay. Some action that you have to take on something. And then lastly, to seat. To seat here, like I said, it's the more formal and polite term to refer to guests or asking guests to be seated or seating them, right? So example sentences here. Today I seat my guests. So here, guys, you got to remember with seat, S-E-A-T, you always seat somebody. Okay. Please don't seat your machine on the table. You cannot seat your machine on the table. It doesn't work that way. You can only seat your mom, your dad, your guests, your boss, the president. You seat somebody somewhere. So there's the who element here. Example sentence, today I seat my guests. Yesterday I seated my guests. So guests, please be seated. All right. I will seat my guests. That means you will help them see to their seat. Okay. 你会帮助他们去坐上他们的座位. Okay. That's what seat is for. All right. Nothing too difficult today, isn't it, Pity? Kind of simple.
Yep.
Very easy. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Pity, give me a sample sentence for set.
Set.
Yeah.
I set the software for the stream.
Oh, very good. You set the software for streaming. Very nice. Yes, you have to set the software or you have to set the settings on Facebook for streaming. Right, so you always set something. Very nice. Angel?
I set the sofa in the middle of the living room.
Oh, very nice. So we're doing some interior design.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're setting things, setting your pieces, your art, right? This piece of art has to be set right in the middle of the wall. Okay. So there we go. Very nice. So set. So many places you can use set, to be honest. So remember in the beginning, you guys, where we talked about, sit. 大家听到 sit 呢就觉得哇 it's so friendly， 然后 set 就是然后 seat 就觉得这个有听过，可是不知道它要怎么用才好。这个呢其实就是我们平常应该是说我们不用心了。Actually, it's everywhere. So, except we don't really pay attention to to really distinguish them. 就是这三个放在一起呢，大家今天一讨论了以后，就明天以后就没有问题了。OK。这个明天以后就没有问题这件事情，如果大家觉得认同的话，在 chat room 里面加1好不好？还是我看谁还会 confused， 那我们就请他来，然后让他解释到练习到他不会再 confused。你看大家，我就是要催大家加1，你看没有人加1，那完蛋了，每个都要 Q 上来练习一遍。Yeah, just checking if you guys are paying attention. Just checking. Just being, just trying to spice it up a little bit for you guys today. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, it's 9:30. Yes, there we go. Here's the +1, right? Here we go. Thank you very much. Yes. I'm not going to guarantee, I'm not going to ask you to come up and share stuff with us, okay? 这大家觉得现在加1了以后有没有 Angel？ 现在我这样一讲了，等一下大家就加1，然后就觉得他们不会被 Q 到，
自己很 safe 这样子。
对，结果就是Q 这些人加1的这些人。That's what happens in class, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's what happens in class.
Always tricks you.
Yes. In class 就是在课堂上，就是你常常举手的时候，老师其实就会很爱 Q 你，对不对？因为 Q 别人没反应 ，Q 你有反应就棒了。
没错啊，
最喜欢有反应的那一个，你最乖了，对不对？然后就同学就是把你看笑话，他就这样好棒哦 ，always 举手，
交给他就好。
Always with his hands up, yeah. Always with his hands up, yes. 对，在大学的时候有我记得好像是 entrepreneurship. and I raised my hand so much that the lecturer had to stop me from raising my hands. 因为我觉得他很可怜，那时候上 entrepreneurship 的时候，他没有人理他，他每次在问问题，因为他算是 junior lecturer.
Oh.
And anyway, so he would throw these questions around and about different companies, Coca-Cola and things like that. And then nobody's trying to answer him. Everybody just want to survive. And then I'm like sitting in front and I always raise my hands and then I sort of answer him and we crack jokes and everything. I'm trying to lighten the mood, but no. And then he's like, John, thank you very much. Let's give a chance to other people. and then it's fine with me, but 5 minutes later he'll come back to me.
Yeah, there's no other people.
Yes, there are no other people. He thinks there are other people. So that's the problem, right? You make yourself known. You make yourself heard, right? So today we're talking about, you guys, a sit and set and seat, right? And next, let's talk about to seat. To seat, as in seating somebody or seat somebody, all right? And the verb, not the noun, okay? 我们要记得哦 seat 的 noun 是讲座位，然后 seat 的 verb 呢是讲把人带入座位。Okay, a little different there, you guys. Right, back to Pity. Pity, where can we use this to seat somebody? In the recording studio. Yes, in the recording studio, think about our microphone placement. Can I sit very close to you with my microphone? I cannot, right?
Oh. Why not you can? Why you?
Why can't I be seated next to you? Of course not, because I'm speaking into my microphone, you're speaking into your microphone.
Yep.
We need to place the microphone in opposite directions.
Oh.
Yes. So, Petty, you will seat me opposite you. You will seat me opposite you. 所以进到 recording studio 的时候，你就会把我放在你对面的座位那边。对。So you will seat me right in front of you, or the opposite, or on the opposite side of the table. Yeah. So there we go. That's the seat we're talking about. 所以在这个我们在录 podcast 的时候呢，大家就知道说，这个看起来那个我们主持人坐很近，其实那个坐很近，其实对后置是很麻烦的，对不对 ？We will get bleed into the microphone, so it's difficult. So you have to have very very smart microphone placement. 就麦克风摆设的方式要不一样，所以呢，大家坐呢就要坐 four corners 嘛。如果我们今天4个人的话，就要坐4个角落。Then we have to be seated in 4 corners. Okay. So that's how recording studio works, you guys. Yes. And Angel, seat.
Seat.
Other than in the air, right, with your passengers, where else can we get a seat or be seated and feel comfortable?
In a restaurant, in a coffee shop?
Yes, that too. But, going back, I'm still thinking of something related to you. The VIP lounge, right?
Oh, yes.
The airline lounges.
The airline lounges.
Yes. And then you go to the counter and you show them your card. And yes, and they say, sir, it will cost you 3,000 NT.
3,000?
Yeah.
What?
Don't you know? Don't you know that's how much Cathay Lounge costs in Hong Kong?
I thought that's complimentary if you are flying business.
Yes, but when you're not flying business, when you're flying poor.
No, I'm flying.
when you're flying middle lower class.
Okay.
No, so that exactly happened to me because
3,000?
3,000, I remember.
Wow.
But this was definitely a few years ago, 5-6 years ago. I used to have to fly to Hong Kong every 4 months. Because, in Taiwan, I'm an overseas Taiwanese. So, to
you need to
avoid
renew
my
your visa.
military service, right?
ECC.
对
Got it.
我们有兵役上的部分呢，就是让我们这个华侨就有这个4个月要出国。So the best way we go is we go to these airline lounges. We fly to Hong Kong and then we sit in the airport at the airline lounge, and then we wait for the next flight, and we jump onto the next flight, and we come back to Taiwan. And that's what I usually do every 4 months back in the day. And there was one time I forgot my Asia Miles card, and yeah, I paid $3,000.
So they cost you 3,000.
Yes, they charged me $3,000.
Wow, but it's not worth it, right?
Well, what can you do? I have to sit there sometimes up to 5 hours. So, I don't know. And
you gotta
eventually,
pay.
and in the beginning, it was, I was fine paying it. And later on, I think I'm like, fine. I'm just going to the, gate number 0 or something, and then where there are nobody, right? And then I'll just sit on the seat. I'll just sit and rest.
And rest, yeah.
Whatever. Yes. So a lot of interesting stories happened. A lot of things interesting happened to me at the Hong Kong airport.
Airport. Oh, you have memories there.
Good and bad. Yes.
Good and bad.
Yes. And then of course, I sort of I was there. I had to do this from the period when duty-free stores were great at Hong Kong airport until they weren't great and they were terrible.
Terrible, yeah.
Yes, and then I had to somehow use my Asia Miles to, or buy Asia Miles from somebody, the mileage from Asia Miles from a friend, so that I can actually go and use the lounge. That's how I sort of usually do it. Yeah. Eventually, it was like that, and then until a period where I didn't care.
Yeah, well, for me, I often sit on the Hong Kong airport for like 12 hours, and I didn't go to the lounge for like 12 hours. Can you imagine?
Then where do you find yourself?
In
the stores?
In the Gateway 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the same place as yours.
You probably have seen me, the guy who sort of laid down with no shame.
Yes, with no shame.
With no shame. 就看起来像 homeless 有没有？就躺在那里那个大概就是。
每个人看起来都一样，就是很 helpless 这样。
就是去那边横躺着，就是
对
横躺都不对，然后什么姿势都换过了，大概就是
很不舒服。
Yes. There's like I remember gate 60 as well. There's a little odd area. Gate 60.
Yeah, there is 59, 60. Yes.
59, 60. There's that other place. Yeah. Anyway, so flying used to be cool in my imagination when I was little. And then by the time I started doing that in Hong Kong airport, then I think back and I'm like, oh, I'm such a loser.
Yeah, had not already.
I'm such a loser. Oh my god! 我小时候觉得哇，你知道 Hong Kong 就是 Hong Kong airport，然后you know going between from one gate to the next and from one shop to the next, everything wow, globetrotter, huh? Cool. 然后到有点像 homeless， 然后在那边就是有点那个 Tom Hanks 的 terminal, and you start feeling like you're living at the terminal. 对，我有一次早上6点钟去，然后到晚上8点的飞机才能回来。
Wow, is it fully booked for the whole day?
I don't know what happened with me. I wasn't smart. I was not smart at all.
Oh my gosh.
I was not smart booking tickets like that. So yes, that happened. 所以就是笨笨的，就是虽然飞了很多次，可是有时候 travel 的时候就是很容易吐槽。I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It was not a very good arrangement for myself. So it was bad. All right. So again, you have to seat your guests at the waiting hall. Please, sir, you must remain seated at the waiting hall. Remain seated.
Remain seated.
Okay. We need to seat you, sir. We need to seat you at the waiting hall. 所以我们需要安置他在这个一个位置，在 waiting hall 这边。So that's the waiting hall. Yes, Olivia and Melinda, how you guys doing? Yes. So again, that's Hong Kong Airport. You know, there are so many seats, and you can seat yourself at one of these places. Of course, you can also seat your guests and passengers at these places. That's the seat. Yeah. So sit, set, and seat. Sit, set, and seat. So you sit, okay? You sit down somewhere. You sit on a chair, okay? You sit here, you sit there. All right. And yesterday you sat. I sat on $1 million chair yesterday. Okay. So that's just an example sentence. I know I didn't. My butt is not that expensive.
I was about to ask you where.
No. You see, so here's the thing. Nice thing about me is I, live my life through imagination. Yeah. You don't. Yes. If it doesn't come true, you can still imagine it. Yes. 它不需要是真实的，这个造句啊，这个造故事这种东西，这是大家都要练习的一个技能。对，呀，这样子才不会被这个每个 Monday 的现实面打倒。对，
没错。
You can escape in your imagination. 所以呢，我刚刚就很厉害的说I sat on $1 million chair yesterday. Yes, 让我的屁股非常昂贵 but actually not. I didn't have to do that. So guys, that's also the advice I have for you when you guys do try and make these sentences. It doesn't have to be real. 就我们在造句的时候，或者在练习这些句子的时候 it doesn't have to be real. It could be a story. You can make up anything. Yeah, 可是主要造句是让你自己有一个联想跟自己的身边的人事物啦，自己的生活上做连结，要不然很容易忘记，少用的时候就忘记So sit, set, and seat. Right, and that's what we are talking about today. 所以刚刚加一的人其实蛮多的，就是都不会再 mix up 了嘛，对不对？那 Patty 呢？这样子解释，今天这个 sit, set, and seat 这样子解释，应该不会再搞混了吧，对不对？
嗯哼。
好，那可不可以再快速的念3遍
？Sit, set, seat.
Oh, much better. Sit, set, and seat. Sit, set.
Sit, set, seat.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic stuff. There you go, Patty. Fantastic stuff. 你看，就是多练几次，那个嘴巴就松了啦。其实大家就是不要在心里面默认，就是默念这样子念给就是一定要念出来。You have to try and use your tongue. It creates muscle memory and it's good for you. All right. Fantastic stuff. And that gets us to the next segment of our live session. 所以我们的 live session 呢，大家现在都知道啦，我们通勤家族对不对？都知道说，最后呢，我们这个1/3的时间呢，就会留给我们的通勤家族来练习，对不对？我们可以练习这个 example sentences， 或者是呢，我们今天晚上有小小的测验题啦。Which of the sentences are right or wrong？ 在这个 outline 里面有写到，对不对？那等一下呢，我们就邀请我们几个这个通勤家族，或者是说呢，我们有通勤家族今天晚上想很踊跃，想要跳脱今天的现实面的那个。来跟我们聊一下，然后放松一下的，也欢迎直接用底下的工具列，麦克风旁边的那个，现在看起来像一个这个 clipboard 啦。这 clipboard 的意思是这个一直就是举手这样子。那欢迎你上来跟我们聊一聊。好哟。So are there any volunteers tonight？ 我们今天晚上有没有任何的15 Minutes Fan， 我们通勤家族来自愿跟我们聊聊呢？Anybody? Uh-oh. Okay, so as usual, maybe you guys are sort of wandering around. No problem. I'm just going to throw some invites around. 我就会把一些邀请把它丢出去咯。那大家有空的就欢迎来跟我们一起练习。Okay, you guys are super welcome. All right. And Doris and Xiaoyang. Okay. All right, interesting. And Bella and Shamin. Basanto. And Hermione. All right, I'm just going to... I've thrown some invites around. 我刚刚 pass 出去了哈. Okay, so you guys are more than welcome. Anyways, so Petty, take it away. What's the first sentence there? 我们今天第一题呢，这个小小测验时间呢，我们这个5句里面呢，有些句子呢是错的，有些句子是对的。那看大家可以猜到是哪一个句子是对的，哪一个句子是错的。Oh, here is Eric. I see Eric. How are you doing, Eric? Hello, Eric.
Hi.
Yes,
I'm good.
Eric. Good. Fantastic. Great to have you here, my man. So I'm going to have Petty quickly read the sentences for us, and then Eric, you tell us if you think the sentence is correct or not. So we've got 5 sentences tonight. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Petty, shoot. Sentence number 1.
Yesterday, Suki sat in her office all afternoon, completing the annual report.
So sentence number 1. Yesterday, Suki sat in her office all afternoon completing the annual report. Correct or wrong? Eric and Hermione, correct sentence? Is the sentence correct or is it wrong? Yesterday, Suki sat in her office all afternoon completing the annual report.
I think it's right.
It's correct.
Yeah.
So the sat here is used in the correct fashion. Eric says right. Great job. Hermione, what do you say? And Doris, what do you guys say?
I think it's right.
It's correct. So we have another vote from Hermione. Doris, is sentence number 1 correct?
I think it's correct.
It's correct. Because other 2 people say so. So you might as well just jump in, right? All right. Yes. Sentence number 1 is correct because yesterday, right? Yesterday, today you sit, yesterday you sat. Who sat? Suki sat. Suki sat where? Suki sat in her office. Okay. So that's correct. You can sit in your office all day. You can sit in your office all morning. That's all correct. Good job, you guys. Now, sentence number 2, Petty, take it away.
When she finished, she set the report on her boss's desk. Boss's desk.
Yeah. So sentence number 2 says, when she finished, she sat the report on her boss's desk. Is the sentence correct? Eric, Hermione, Doris, and Eating is with us now. What do you guys say? Is the sentence correct? I'm going to read it again. When she finished, she sat the report on her boss's desk.
It's wrong.
Eric says it's
I
wrong.
think it's wrong.
Hermione
I
says
think
it's
it's
wrong.
wrong too.
And Eating says it's wrong. So Doris, I guess, you will also say it's wrong, right?
I think it is SET.
Oh, okay. So Doris says the answer should be she S-E-T. She set the report. Is that correct, Doris?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to read it for you guys again. Okay. Well, you know what? I've done enough reading today. Eating, would you do me the honors? Would you change the sat into something that is correct? Sit, sat, set, seat. Yeah.
Okay.
Sentence number 2.
When she finished, she set the report on her boss's desk.
She sat or set?
Set. Set.
Set or sat?
Uh,
Oh no, she sit. She sit the report.
set. Set. S-E-T. Set. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, right? Yeah, John, you're so evil, right? I just confused you there. So okay, so here's the thing. She sat for sit, right? We sit today, and yesterday we sat. But here, she sat the report on her boss's desk. So Doris says the correct word should be set. Set. Et. The E is like egg. Try that eating. When she finished, she what?
Set.
The what?
The report on
Where?
her boss desk.
On her boss's desk.
Yes.
Okay, so read the sentence again with set. S-E-T. Set.
Set. When she finished, she set the report on her boss's desk.
Yeah, her boss's desk. Much better. There you go. Good job there, E.T. Fantastic stuff. Yes. So it does take some getting used to. Okay. So at, sat. Et, set. You guys can practice that. Okay. If this is not easy for you, then, tomorrow morning while you're eating breakfast, you give it a try. Yeah. To help yourself loose your tongue a little bit. All right. Great job there, eating. Moving on to sentence number 3. So yes, Doris is correct. Yes, that was set. Now moving on to sentence number 3. Petty. Marcellus.
Marcellus sit his books on the hill table every afternoon after school.
So Petty, that is sits his books on the whole table.
On the whole table.
Whole table, yeah. If it's the hell table, then it's a Monday.
Oh.
Yes. It's a Monday. This is the whole table, so this is probably the dining hall, right? Or this is a big venue, a big place. So Marcellus sits his books on the hall table every afternoon after school. Okay, so we got Evan with us. Yes, Evan. Sentence number 3, Marcellus sits his books on the hall table. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's correct.
Yes, it's correct. All right, let's see how many votes we're gonna get. Doris, Marcellus sits his books on the whole table. Is that correct?
Maybe it's the same with the question 2. The answer is same with the question 2.
Okay, so you think it's
Set. Set. Set.
set.
Set.
Okay, good. Much better. I'm just checking, Doris, just to see, you got to read it out loud, right? You know the answer, Doris. Good job. All right, Hermione and Eric, what do you guys think? Sits his books on the whole table. What is the correct term? Sit, set, or seat?
I think this answer is set. His book.
Okay. Set
S-E-T.
his books.
S-E-A. No.
S-E-A-T? Seat.
Let me see.
Oh.
Yeah, set. S-E-T.
S-E-T. Set. Okay, so Eric says, okay, he made up his mind. All right. Hermione, what do you say?
I'm gonna go with Eric and Doris. Yes.
Okay, okay. So you're leaving Evan out to dry. So Evan thinks it's correct. So you left Evan out to dry. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think I'm wrong. It's okay.
Evan, it's okay. You see, we all learn from our mistakes. You see, here's the thing, and Evan, you know what? This happens to everybody because when you first read a sentence, you're like, this is correct. You're very confident. And this is when I usually remind myself, like, okay, John, you shouldn't be that confident. Like, just double check your work, So a lot of times, if you guys are writing like TOEIC, or IELTS. Okay, if you guys writing the test, remember for all the listening comprehensions， 如果那种听力测验啊什么，大家就要知道说，如果当下你的直觉就是这个很简单这样子 ，please give yourself another chance to double check your work。所以这种时候呢，我都会跟学生讲说，真的要就是多留一点时间，就是虽然你很自信，可是有时候就是这种 careless mistakes， 这种误判很直觉的这种误判会就让你掉分，本来你都可以就是你知道黄金证书的，然后就差了一点点这样。So you guys remember. So this is what happens to Evan, and it happens to everybody. 就大家都会这样。第一眼看到Marcellus said his book, okay, so this is correct, no problem. 所以这个过分自信的时候呢，就要 remind yourself. You have to remind yourself to give yourself another minute or so to double check your work. All right, and yes, you guys are correct. It's SET. So Marcellus can only set his books. Okay, set his books on the whole table. So you set it on the table. All right, very good. So let's move on to sentence number 4. Petty.
Before Mr. Jones left for the meeting, we sat down with him and reviewed the agenda.
Very nice. Sentence number 4. Before Mr. Jones left for the meeting, we sat down with him and reviewed the agenda. All right, so we will let's see, who wants to go first? Evan.
Yeah, I think it's correct.
It's correct. Again.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I
你知道
think it's
Evan
wrong.
Evan 这个呢，就是你知道之前不知道大家有没有看那个 Who Wants to Be a Millionaire 那个贫穷百万大富翁的那个 show 有没有？那百万大富翁的 show 就是他们很爱就是 Are you sure? Are you sure the answer is D? 然后你就看到那个 contestant 那个参赛者，他就在那里歘。
Yeah, it's confused you.
然后明明对的，然后他就是在那边歘这样子，对对对。所以 Evan，Are you confident？ 你觉得是 Is the sentence right? Or do you need some time to check your work? 你觉得会是像刚刚第3题那样子吗？过分自信，然后要 check 一下，还是 That's it 就这样 No problem?
That's it. You can ask other
Is
person.
that your final answer, Evan? Is that
Yeah.
your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Eric, Hermione, Doris, Eating, what do you guys say?
I think it's wrong. That is sit down. SIT.
Okay. Eric says it's sit down. Hermione, Doris, Eating, what do you guys say?
Would you like to repeat the sentence? My head is full of the millionaires stuff. You sure?
Okay. I give you too much pictures. Okay. All right. Before Mr. Jones left for the meeting, we sat down with him and reviewed the agenda.
Well, I think that is correct.
Okay.
I'm
Hermione
both
says it's
correct for this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are siding with Evan today. You are siding with Evan. 哇 ，Evan 真不错，不孤独了。
But I want to revise again.
You want to revise
It should be sit down.
没有败部复活的哦，你不是萧敬腾哦，你不能败部复活。It doesn't work that way, Evan. All right. Okay, Evan, what is done is done. All right. Be a man. Move on. All right, Doris and Eating, what do you guys say? 我们来听听另外2位。
I think it's correct.
Eating says it's correct. So you're siding with Evan.
Yes, Evan, I'm with you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Doris.
I think is sit down.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are siding with Eric.
Yes.
OK， 这个有点难。现在我们5位通勤家族有2票是错的，说他是应该 sit down， 然后我们有3票呢是 sit down 是对的，这个原来的这个 sentence 是对的。那我们这时候就要 call out。Angel 老师 ，please give us the verdict.
I think we should go for set.
我知道陷阱在哪里。
Before Mr. John left for the meeting, we sat down with him and reviewed the agenda. Should be SAT.
OK，Angel 老师说话了，噔噔噔，
噔噔噔，
错了，搞错了，噔噔，好 ，OK，Yeah， 那个 soundpad 还是没有处理过，所以今天乱按一通，sorry。OK， 所以 Angel 老师说，其实正解是 We sat down with him before he left and reviewed the agenda， 所以后面 reviewed 有没有？那 ed。So it's we sat down with him。所以呢，刚刚呢讲 SET 是对的，哇哇哇 ！I am sorry, you guys。所以我们刚刚有3票，就是整个在用。不过这个就是我们通勤家族厉害的地方，就是对，就是Evan 踏出来了，大家就 support 他这样子，对，就是让他掉到悬崖底下。不会把他拉回来，没有把他拉回来。说 Evan, you might want to think about it。所以这一题呢，其实就很类似。可是其实呢，当然是对的，就是它应该是 sit，S-I-T 是 sit down with somebody。You can only sit something on the table or set something down somewhere。所以 set something， 所以 set 后面要有一个东西，有没有？它 set 的话，它是要有一个 book。它 set 要有一个 something，OK， 所以呢，这个 set down 就是错的 ，OK， 它就是不正确的，不好意思啦 ，Evan，but you know, good try, good one. So we now know, right? And the last one for tonight, the last one for tonight. 我们这个给 Evan 念好了，我觉得 Evan 今天晚上应该换一下角色可能比较好，好不好？Evan, can you read sentence number 5 for us? I think you can host this one.
Okay.
You host this one.
We were dismayed when the host set us near the drafty exit door.
Okay. Sentence number 5. We were dismayed when the host set us near the drafty exit door. So, Evan, who do you want to answer first? Eric, Hermione, Doris, Eating. Who would you like to answer first? Your turn to host.
Eric.
Eric, shoot. Correct sentence or wrong?
No, it's wrong. It's wrong. I think it's the SEAT.
Okay.
Sit.
SEAT, seat.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So Eric says wrong. The answer is SEAT. Great. Evan, who else do you want to ask to answer?
Angel.
No, you can't. Angel will have to be the last one. 如果我们今天5-5播的话，才可以叫 Angel 老师出来。
OK。
对，要不然等一下后面的人都会说，哦 ，Angel 老师是讲这个，那我们就 follow Angel 老师。Then it's not gonna be that. Yeah, you know, then you sort of give it all away. No. Yes. 所以 Evan 你再点一个。
Okay.
Who would you like to answer?
Eating, please.
Oh, Eating.
Okay, I think it's wrong, and
It's wrong.
the right answer will be sit. SEAT.
SEAT. So you're going with Eric's answer.
Yes.
Okay. So you also feel the same with Eric. Very nice. So it's SEAT. The host seat us near the drafty exit door. Very nice. Okay, Evan. Yes. So now we've got 2 SEATs. Let's see if we got any other alternative answers. Yes. Who do you want to answer next?
I agree.
You agree with seat?
Yeah.
You are hosting. You cannot answer.
Oh,
You have
okay.
the honor.
Sorry.
Yeah. You have the privilege of asking people to answer. So who's next?
Doris, please.
Okay, Doris.
I think the correct answer is seat.
Seat. SEAT.
Right.
Got it. So Doris is also with Eric and Eating. And Hermione, your last one. What do you say?
Well, undoubtedly, I'm going to follow the crowd.
Okay.
Beat.
So join the crowd. If you can't beat them, you join them. Right? If you don't have anything better to say, then say what everybody says. All right. Agree. So Evan, you also agree with everybody, right? And the verdict, Angel 老师, what's the answer?
Seated.
Seated， 所以刚刚 seat 嘛，对不对 ？SEAT 是对的啦，哈。
对的。
可是呢，这边呢，因为是 sat 嘛，所以 we were dismayed，ed。So there we go. This will have to turn into past tense. So we were dismayed when the host seated us near the drafty exit door. 那很多人呢，刚刚看到 drafty exit door 就会，这个对 Angel 老师来讲是没问题的。可是有些人说 drafty exit door，what the heck is that？ Angel 老师 ，drafty exit door 是什么东西？
就是那个会很多风吹进来的出入口。
There we go. So, we have many exit doors on the buses and also on the planes, right? The exit doors. Yes. So you can also choose to have a seat at the exit door, right? There are seats nearby the exit door. And of course, you have to be trained by the cabin crew, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Like,
yes.
Like when they talk to me, I usually don't really listen, and I'm like, oh, okay. If there's something wrong with the plane and we need to open the exit door.
You need to open the exit door.
Look, I don't think I can do it. Because
nobody can do it. Come on.
Yeah, nobody's gonna do it. Like, what the heck are you expecting me to do? Like, I'm a passenger. Like, if I open this, I imagine myself getting sucked out, right? Into midair and everything. So no, thank you. Not gonna do that. Okay. So drafty 这个 draft 呢，就是有风的齁，有带点风的 drafty 哦，有一个 draft， 有个风哦。Yes. And Feifei says the last question is seat. Yes, you are right, Feifei. Good job. Great job, you guys. Fantastic stuff. So just, by reading these sentences, if you think about it, let's quickly recap. Okay. If you think about it, you revise them a couple of times and then you sort of get the pattern. All right. You have to try and get the pattern. Eating, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, great. So why don't you recap for us and read the 5 sentences with their correct words.
Okay.
Sentence number 1, shoot.
Yesterday, Suki sat in her office all afternoon completing the annual report.
Fantastic. So sat in her office, no problem. Sentence number 2.
When she finished, she set the report on her boss's desk.
Very good. So when she's done, she set the report on her boss's desk. She SET the report. So after SET, you always set something, right? Set the machine, set the book, set the report somewhere. Okay, good. 3?
Okay. Marcellus sets his books on the whole table every afternoon after school.
Very nice. So again, we set, right? Set somebody's books on the whole table. Very nice. Sentence number 4.
Before Mr. Jones left for the meeting, we sat down with him and reviewed the agenda.
Very nice. Okay. We sat down with him. This should be sit, but past tense. So we sat down with him and reviewed the agenda. Perfect.
Yes. Okay.
Sentence number 5.
We were dismayed when the host seated us near the drafty exit door.
Very nice. So we were dismayed when the host seated us near the drafty exit door. Fantastic stuff. There you go. Good job. Yes, good job there, Eating. Yeah, that wasn't so difficult, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. You just got do it a couple of times. You'll get the feel like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. That's when you use it. So remember, when you sit, okay, it's an action. You just sit. So you sit down, you sit somewhere, and you sit. The person just sits. So there is nothing afterwards, right? But when you set something, that you always have to set something. There's always something after set, the thing. And seat, you got to look at seat somebody, right? Seat who. The who is always after seat. You got to seat your guests. All right. So I'm seating my guest. I have seated my guests. I seat my guests. So these are the verbs sit, set, and seat. And you guys, good job. Eric, Hermione, Doris, Eating, and Evan, thank you very much for joining us. It's great stuff. You guys, that was great practice, right? I mean, sometimes you just got to make mistakes. And then you sometimes just have to, put yourself out there and try. Yeah, and have fun, while you're at it. Yes, that was a load of fun. So you guys can definitely try these sentences at home and try making sentences out of them. Sit, set, and seat. And that's all we have for you guys today. That's it for tonight. And Eric, Hermione, Doris, Eating, Evan, do you have anything you would like to share with the 15 Minutes fam regarding sit, set, and seat? Super easy for you guys, isn't it? Are you guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric? Sorry, Evan.
It's okay.
Is it easier now?
It should be easy, and it's also not easy.
Okay. But I mean, we're not trying to deliberately put you in a place of confusion. It's you gotta use it in the right fashion. You gotta think about it in the right fashion, And usually that's when we don't think like that. Okay,
Yeah.
That's why. But Evan, good job putting yourself out there. Very nice. Yes. And you did very well tonight. You just got to try and see. If it doesn't work, then you try again. And usually, if you fail fast, if you make mistakes quickly and you make enough mistakes, you will improve dramatically. Okay. But if you're scared of making mistakes, you will actually never learn. And that goes with everything in life. Yeah, don't be afraid, you guys. Great job. Yes. Eric, Hermione, Doris, Eating, anything you would like to share with the rest of the fam today before we leave?
I think we can be more clearly when after today's topic for this three sentence.
Okay, the three verbs, right?
Three verbs.
You can try and use them tomorrow.
Yes.
And it'll become clearer. Maybe not 100% yet, but it will get there.
Yes.
Yes. Because sometimes you just got to look at something in different perspective. Great stuff, Eating. And I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Eric, Hermione, Doris? Yes? Anything you would like to share with the family? With the audience?
I won't mix up in the future.
All right, Doris, good job. Yes. Even if you do get them mixed up, it's okay. Just, come back to the episode and you're welcome to review it and just, make sure that you use them as much as you can in daily life. And then soon you will never make a mistake ever again.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks, John.
Good job, Doris. Good job. Yes. All right. Great having you guys. Eric, Hermione, Doris, Eating, and Evan. Thank you very much for joining us today. And that's it from all of us at 15mins.today. 我们是 15 Mins 主持群. I am John, and right next to me is Petty, and right next to Petty is Angel. And that's it from us tonight. And Petty and Angel, anything we want to remind them about the coming week or the next session?
The vocab on every Wednesday. Please stay tuned.
Please stay tuned for Wednesday's vocab. Yeah, we're going to have a good one this weekend. This Wednesday, yeah. And just a quick announcement for you guys. Before you go, if you guys enjoy vocab as one of our standalone shows, please do let us know and come and write to us at ask15mins@gmail.com. or you are welcome to leave us a message on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. There's a rating system there. Give us 5-star rating, and then you're welcome to leave a message for us on what you think vocab, what topics you liked, and what topics you would like to hear. We will put that into consideration. We're already planning the topics for next month. So, yeah, please do that. 大家可以到这个 Apple Podcast 跟 Spotify 可以去帮我们这个给我们的5星评论，还有给我们留言鼓励。那留言呢，大家可以欢迎呢，就是分享自己的学习过程啦，或者是说觉得 vocab 哪里主题你们会想说，哎，还想再听听的，或者哪一个主题你们特别有共鸣的，欢迎在那边留言，然后给我们5星评论。那这是在 Apple Podcast 跟 Spotify。那今天的 live session 呢，如果想要 review 的话呢，我们之后也会稍微做一些精简的剪接，然后之后呢就会把它放在我们的 weekend episode 里面，所以到时候呢，大家可以敬请期待。今天晚上之后，明天试试看用 sit, set and seat。用不习惯或用习惯了以后呢，这个用不习惯就可以回来 revise 啦。然后如果用习惯了以后呢，其实就是就不用再复习了，对不对？好，所以大概是这样子。那非常谢谢我们通勤家族今天晚上的参与，那我们就下周同一时间再见喽。大家晚安，谢谢大家。
Thank you.
Thanks Eric, thanks Ying, thanks Evan. Good to see you guys. Thank you Doris. See you next week, Doris.
Thanks you guys.
Thank you, John.
Have a good week, you guys. Have a good week. Hongtae, thank you. I see your message. Yes, Xiaoyang, hello. Great, thank you. See you next time, Fei Fei. Have a great evening. All right. Fantastic stuff. Yes, sir. Okay. 生命 Hi. Hello, 生命。这回生命 Is he with us?
Shami, hello.
All right, you guys. By the way, I gotta run. I have another session to go to. So,
Okay.
Cheers, you guys. And Petty and Angel, I got something to confirm with you guys with the logistics for next Monday.
Okay.
Sorry, not next Monday. Next
Sunday.
the Sunday thing. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Next Sunday thing. So I have to confirm with you guys the logistics side of things because I got us a driver to drive us, and I just wanted to run it by you guys. Okay， 我们到时候要讨论一下，就是怎么样去把你就是把大家载一载，然后去跟声明碰面这样子。I have another session， 我真的要走了，谢谢大家，今天晚安，我们晚点再聊，谢谢，拜拜，
拜拜。
拜。